Avoid saying, I have, I am. Because the minute you say, I have, or I am, you're building it, you're giving it more strength in your body. So it's not to ignore that these things are invading or giving you trouble. The idea is that we want to work on moving through these difficulties in life. So instead of saying, I have degenerative vertebrae, it's, and this is where people think you're crazy. Oh, I'm growing the bone back in my vertebrae. And there will be tons of naysayers that say that's ridiculous. And then I get a kidney tumor, thanks to Doc Rob. He found it for me. And it's like, oh, little Miss Mind Body, how'd you get a kidney tumor? Now, was I going to sit there and focus on that tumor getting smaller? Yeah, I did up until the surgery. But, you know, I'm not here to say that to avoid medical intervention, but let's work with the medical intervention. Let's bolster it with, you know, people like this that have this pharmacy that is integrative. So when I went to get the tumor removed, it was very small, it was caught early. The doctor, I handed the doctor first my book, you know, I'm into mind body healing. He's like, oh, okay. He's very nice about it. And then I handed him a sheet about this guy, Bernie Siegel, who was a pediatric surgeon. And Bernie Siegel would basically pray for his patients, give them affirmations, have positive affirmations throughout the surgical experience. And so I handed him, and I knew it had to be short, so I found a great little paragraph that explained the whole thing, and I said, would you mind, like, while you're in there with the chopsticks, just go, what a beautiful looking kidney we've got here. Boy, is she gonna heal fast. And so, you know, I went in there with, I've got, you know, a great surgeon, he's gonna get rid of it, I'm gonna come out of this like a snap, and lo and behold, it was like that. Now afterward I said to the surgeon, I said, I bet you didn't really say any of that stuff out loud in the OR, did you? And he's like, we were thinking about it. So when you, and I came back from it, like I was in the garden 3 days later, you know, it was just very quick in healing. There are tons of other kinds of stories to that effect, but the bottom line here is that should you come across an issue that needs surgical intervention, you should definitely talk to the doctor, the surgeon, and ask them for positive affirmations. You can give them music to play. You can, the other thing that I read that was really wonderful is, instead of being the guy that came in with the tumor, I'm the crazy one that came in with the book, or the box of chocolates, or the this or the that, so that when you're under the knife, everybody's consciousness around you is surrounded you with, oh, here's that really nice person that, you know, instead of, there's that poor bastard that's suffering. So, in saying that, if you're caring for other people in your family, besides yourself, you know you have to talk positively to yourself. But we also have to think positively to others. Now, my husband wasn't allowed to tell anyone that I had any kind of cancer. And the reason was because I've been around people that hear so-and-so has a tumor, or so-and-so has breast cancer, or so-and-so this. And it's the first response from somebody is, oh, like they're a goner. So, you know, it's really very invasive to have those thoughts around you. And when your family is so, they want you around, they're scared to death that something, you know, this will be the end. And those thoughts are clouding the whole energetic field around you. Because our thoughts are vibrational, and our bodies are vibrational. Our bodies, it sounds like, yeah, we're vibration, you know, we're flesh and blood, but how many trillions of cells are in our body? Every cell has molecules. Every molecules have positive and atoms with positive and negative ions going. So this, all these cells with this movement of positive and negative ions makes us vibration. So it's not really that far out of a thought if you bring it down to the molecular level. So with thinking, we have a tendency to say, I don't want this. You probably do that, like you might feel something coming on and you're like, oh God, I can't get sick. I don't want to do this, you know. Is that? Oh yeah. Yeah, all the time. Okay. Have you ever instead say, I'm going to push through this? And you may have, you know, from time to time. Most of us have experienced this. We just don't have time to get sick. Everybody in the office has something, and you're feeling like a little tingle back here, and you're like, I can't, I don't have time, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and there's just no time for this. And miraculously, you might like get a little tinge of something, but you don't get nailed with it. And then as soon as you've got that mindset, I feel this coming on, oh God, I get so sick, and then that's what happens. So besides your own self-talk, you can also affect the people around you and how you talk about them. And this goes beyond self-healing, you know, changing the way you think about how people might respond to you is also, you know, another like life lesson to just change the way you think about it. So I want to show you just a little exercise here to demonstrate the power of language and self-talk to the body. Let's see. Can I use you? Sure. I don't know if I've done this with you right now. Okay, stand up. So the direction here is that Patty is going to hold her arm out when I tell you. Okay. Very compliant. Yes. She's going to hold her arm out to the side, and I'm going to try to push it down. And she's going to try to resist me. You don't want me to push it down, so you're going to hold it. So the first time you're going to hold your arm up, I want you to say 3 times, I will hold my arm up, I will hold my arm up, I will hold my arm up, okay? Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Say it.
I will hold my arm up, I will hold my arm up, I will hold my arm up.
Okay, so that's pretty strong. Now we're going to just change the language. Ready?
Yeah.
This time, don't drop my arm. Don't drop my arm.
Don't drop my arm, don't drop my arm.
I will hold my arm up.
I will hold my arm up, I will hold my arm up. Don't drop my arm, don't drop my arm. Wow.
So I want you guys all to try this, you know, with each other here. Just turn to whoever's next to you.
Yeah.
And
I think you have to stand up.
first time you're going to say it,
Okay.
the arm is straight out to the side, and say, I will hold my arm up.
I will hold my arm up. I will hold my arm up. I will hold my arm up.
Okay, now relax for a second. Arms up again. Don't drop my arm.
Don't drop my
Don't drop my
arm.
arm.
Don't drop
I know it works.
What do you think about that, kids?
That's pretty awesome.
Wow.
It's like a little
That was
engine that
good.
could.
Right,
Yeah.
So I'll tell you why that happens. There's actual science behind it. The brain is trying to process all the other options. So if you don't want me to drop my arm, what do you want me to do with it? So the brain doesn't, it can't wrap its head around don't and not, never, things like that. You give it the tools to, what you want it to do, what is the outcome you desire, and once you can wrap your head around the outcome you desire, then that's when all things are possible.